Gloria, in the studio we have with us the cybersecurity specialist.
A guru, you should
yes. Call him. Cyber guru. His name is Mr. Tambo Ngambi. Yeah. So let's just welcome him on the program. Mr. Tambo, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much and good evening.
Okay, we are saying goodbye to 2015.
As you're saying good evening to this particular one.
Exactly, as we say hello to 2016.
And I think it's only, as wise and will only be as technological as we're supposed to be if we actually had to, say a few things about the cyber world as well, what happened this year, and of course the lessons that we actually learned also, and what we should actually leave behind in 2015 and move on with in 2016 concerning cybersecurity.
Yes. So let's just find out from Mr. Tambo, Mr. Ngambi, being a guru, cybersecurity. Mr. Tambo, we just want to find out probably how was 2015 in terms of cybersecurity?
Well,
talking about globally, not only in Zambia. No,
I think we'd also love to just majorly too in Zambia. I don't really care what's going on in the States. I mean, I'm stationed here, so I'm that close a little.
I agree with you. I think that's a good idea.
Well,
Mr. Tambo, yes.
First of all, I want to tell you that there is no such a thing as United States in cyberspace. And there is no such a thing as Zambia in cyberspace. We are one. We are one country. Meaning that any attack that affects any part of the globe could also affect us. When I look at 2015, we saw the magnitude of denial of service attacks reaching 56 gigabits per second. Now, what that means is that if hackers want to bring down your network, they are capable, of sending malicious traffic to your network that would deny all the legitimate traffic from ever crossing your network, meaning that they shut down your network. Now, we saw organizations like Proton Mail in Switzerland being shut down for an entire week. And not only that, they were asked to pay $6,000. They paid $6,000 to the hackers so that the hackers could stop attacking them. But the hackers never stopped. Proton Mail just lost $6,000. Now, my worry is that if an attack of this magnitude is launched against a country like Zambia, we'll collapse. You know what I'm saying? This kind of magnitude of an attack, once launched on this country, can shut down every internet service provider, and nobody will be able to make a phone call. Nobody will be able to even withdraw money from their ATM account.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Interesting views there.
The world transformed in 2015. A lot of organizations started taking their server operations into the cloud because it's cheaper. You know what I'm saying? And when they take their server operations into the cloud, it means that instead of having a data center, for example, in Osaka, you know what I'm saying? The data center will be in Australia. Now, I don't know exactly how Zambian companies have adapted the transformation, but I know one company which has moved its data center to Uganda, and it's a very important company. The other companies, I don't know, I need to investigate on them. But basically, cloud computing has come to stay, meaning that no longer we'll be going to the ATM machine, typing on the ATM machine, trying to find out our bank balances, and expecting that information to come from within the country. That information could be coming from India.
I think I'd get a little bit scared.
You know what I mean?
I would feel a little bit insecure if it's coming from all over the world. My little personal details.
That's right. That's why now the government has to wake up and put in place policy whereby they should say this type of data should never be stored outside the geographical boundaries of Zambia. But the government has never said anything like that. And when we look at the attack on TalkTalk, there's a British company called TalkTalk. When TalkTalk was attacked, they didn't know. It's journalists which started telling them that, look, your information is available on the internet, meaning their customers' information was available on the internet, free to view by anyone. That's when they knew that, so we've been hacked. And you know what's so interesting? TalkTalk said that according to the government policies, we do abide 100% with the government policies. Meaning that the British cybersecurity policies are very weak. Now, what about the Zambian cybersecurity policies?
Now, which actually...
So they should be even more weaker. You know what I mean? Meaning it's not wrong.
Come in.
It's not wrong for a company to do the right things according to the government policy, and then the company gets attacked.
So in the year 2015, Mr. Tambo, do you think Zambia has actually improved when it comes to cybersecurity? Are we getting a little bit more safe, or are we as...
That nodding.
We are not.
Yeah?
We are not.
Should we get worried now?
One, education. We need to educate the Zambian companies on the best practices of cybersecurity. I'll tell you something. People don't even know that when they receive an email, okay, and that email is telling them that they've won so and so and so,
I get
that
those a lot.
they shouldn't click on any link. Virus creators have become so advanced. What they do right now is that they send you an email telling you have won so and so and so, okay? The moment you just click on the link to their website, as the web page renders, the virus enters your computer and hands over your computer to the hackers, okay? Once the hackers get hold of your computer and they own it, you know what they do with it? They rent it out to someone else.
So I understand that initially when people want to get your private information from your computer or on the net, you know, people have lost money through the net. And usually what the hackers have been doing is to create viruses which will actually malfunction the windows that you have, or probably the operating systems that you are using. So what are some of the worst viruses that has been innovated so far? Probably the year 2015.
Well, what we saw in 2015 is a move away from just making an operating system malfunction. What we saw was a move towards more money-making strategies, such as ransomware. Ransomware, what it's been doing is, the moment it enters your computer, okay, it encrypts all your information, all right? And then it asks you to pay money if you want to see or to use your information again. Now, how has that been possible? It's because of what is known as cryptocurrencies. Okay? Cryptocurrencies, especially the Bitcoin, gained in value from about $200 to more than $400 now per Bitcoin.
In 2015.
Yes. Meaning that if hackers ask you to pay just one Bitcoin, today, that's $400.
Will I manage to pay that one Bitcoin?
Well, most of the cryptolocker attacks I came across, they were asking for 2 Bitcoins. There are even police stations somewhere on the globe which paid. Making the hackers rich.
Interesting.
You know?
Very, very interesting.
Now,
what you've used there.
cryptolocker does not see your geographical location. It could be in Zambia, it could be anywhere. It gets in your machine, it gets your data, encrypts it, and you are asked to pay. So it depends on how valuable your data is. If it's very valuable, FBI said you should pay. That's FBI.
Okay. So when Gloria asked the question, trying to find out if Zambia at all, we are somewhere in terms of cybersecurity, you nodded
We are
aggressively, actually, that we haven't done much. So how do you see 2016 probably in terms of cybersecurity? Are we trying to make headways?
What I think is that we just need we need to have at least maybe
Bitcoins?
No. What I'm suggesting is that there should be a ministry of digital economy in Zambia. Okay? If that ministry cannot be a full ministry, then let it be affiliated to another ministry. Maybe we should have something like Ministry of Information and Broadcasting Services and Digital Economy, something like that. Because you know what? As Zambia has gone digital, what is happening is that TV stations are communicating to the control center, the hub, all right, via IP communication. You know what I'm saying? And the whole idea of digital TV is IP communication, which means that it's very easy now to just shut down the TV stations. You see what I'm saying? And nobody watch TV.
Okay. So it's very...
Such attacks are very possible now. So has the government or has the correct authorities, I don't know whether it's ZICTA or wherever, carried out an assessment on our cybersecurity preparedness in this country?
Okay, so ZICTA in Zambia is championing the cybersecurity. Do you think they're not doing enough?
They are doing nothing. Let me tell you why I say this. Why I say ZICTA is doing nothing, because they held an expo, all right? At that expo, what were they showcasing? They were showcasing things like cloud computing. Cloud computing is extremely dangerous if you're not cybersecurity aware. You see what I'm saying? What were they showcasing? Internet of Things. What Internet of Things means? It means that when you've got a baby, just for example, okay, when you've got a baby at home, all right, and you want to make sure that when the baby is asleep, when the baby wakes up, you should be alerted. There are special cameras which are being made now, okay, which will be attached to the baby cot, all right, and that camera connects to your internet gadget. You could be having your internet via probably the MTN home pack, okay. That baby gadget is able to connect to the MTN home pack, all right, and as you go to the shop, the moment the baby cries, you're going to hear the crying of the baby from your cell phone. Now that's what is known as Internet of Things.
Okay.
No, we should say thank you very much, Mr. Tambo.
Meaning that attackers now could use Internet of Things to attack others. Those attacks have even got the proof of concept. If anybody feels I'm talking what I don't know, I have proof of concept that you can use Internet of Things to attack others.
Now that's our cyber guru there. That's our cyber guru. So thank you so much, Mr. Tambo, for that short analysis of the year 2015. I think, like you mentioned, there's need for us to actually develop a lot in when it comes to cybersecurity in the country. And well, we hope that the right authorities out there actually listening to what you just said, and something should and will be done.
Something should be done, and you know what? There was no mention of cybersecurity at the ZICTA Expo. Can you believe it? In 2015, I was like, what a joke.
We'll just question mark it there. We'll question mark it there until 2016.
Wow.
Okay, so thank you so much for coming through.
I appreciate it.
And of course, well, as we get into a lot more coming through, we still have, news, current affairs, and of course, politics analysis coming up shortly.
Yeah.